Alright, hello, welcome back to the channel. So, I'm gonna be playing Drakan now instead of Blasphemous, because fuck that game. Moving on. So, depending on how long this load takes and what loads after, I may explain myself. Cutscene, okay.
There are legends from times long past of an age without kings, when the world was united by an alliance between dragon and man. These are the legends of the Order of the Flame, when noble warriors soared on the winds, and great wonders were worked upon the world. Though the Order held strong for centuries, it was destroyed at last from within. Brought low by the traitors of the Dark Union, war engulfed the world and civilization crumbled. By the time the madness had ended, all had been laid to waste. The dragons of the Order, wounded in spirit, withdrew into timeless slumber to await a time when the virtues of the Order were honored once more. For mankind, the fallen age had begun. Centuries wore on. Evil grew ever stronger until the vile banner of the Dark Union was raised once more. It was then that the warrior Rin discovered the resting place of the dragon Arok. Through the forgotten ritual of the bond, their souls were joined as one, and the first faint spark of the Order was rekindled at last. Together they took to the skies like a rising storm, driving back the forces of the Dark Union and ending their dreams of conquest. Victory was theirs, but it had come at a terrible cost. Rin's village had been destroyed, and her younger brother, the last that remained of her family, had been lost. Saddened and weary, they returned to Rin's village to search for any who might have survived. Little did they know, their struggles had only just begun.
Interesting. So, I know this is the sequel. And sorry for all the hitching, but this is emulation for you. I'll say it's quite surprising they fixed this on a PS2.
I've been up and down the valley, but I could find no one. We're alone here. Even the war talks have moved on.
Some of the villagers could still be in hiding.
No, Rin. They're gone. The war talks did their work all too well. You are the only one left.
Then it's over, isn't it? They're really gone. Everyone I knew.
It's time we left this place. Nothing but ghosts remain here now.
But where then? There must be other villages, but...
I know the place. I've been hearing things, Rin. They recite words I have not heard in over 600 years. It is the grand summons of the Order.
The Order?
I must answer it, Rin. If others have returned to the old ways, then we must find them.
I agree, but I can't leave. Not yet. There are still dead to be buried. These were my friends, Arok.
I understand, but I cannot wait. The call must be answered. It comes from the north, where the city of Serdana once stood. Will you join me when you finish here? By foot you could make the journey in a few days.
Give me 2 days. Then I'll come after you.
I will be waiting.
So be it. The fact as well, I gotta point this out, she looks better than most female characters in modern games. Says a lot. Like, everyone talks about, oh, graphics, oh, they're better, they're more attractive looking or whatever than they did in the past. This is 2002 game on a fucking PS2. And she looks better than fucking MJ in Spider-Man 2. I don't even know who developed this game.
You there! You're the warrior of the Order, aren't you? Arok's bonded?
That's right. Arok is here, then?
He is. A fascinating creature. Ah, but I forget my manners. My name is General Derimon.
Rin. Tell me something, General. Those towers down there, is that really Serdana? I mean, it's still standing?
This was the only place to survive the Dark Wars, so far as we know. Beautiful, isn't it? Listen, it's important that you go straight to the palace as soon as you can. Lady Mishala has urgent words, for your ears alone.
I need to speak to Arok before I do anything. Is he in the city somewhere?
No, but he'll be along soon. You can wait at the palace if you like. One more thing. Watch yourself until you reach the gate. We're hunting for a group of bandits who've been working this road. They're a cowardly bunch, but a lone woman might look like a tempting target.
If that's the case, they're in for a painful lesson.
I don't doubt that. Take care just the same.
Alright, and I hope your eyebrows don't fly off. Don't tell me it glitched. I think it did. It's not a glitch. Okay, so I've been trying to get it to go past the cutscene, but it doesn't, and all you miss now essentially is just some basic ass tutorials. But luckily I did load the game back in September. So yeah, hopefully it doesn't want to crash anymore, because I feel like it's one of those things where, like back in the days of the PS2 anyway, where like sometimes if you started the game from scratch, but you had a game save on your memory card later in the game, like the intro could glitch on you. But then, like, you load that other save and it works fine. Like, you know, it's like that. I don't think I can open this chest. That's magic. Alright then. But yeah, I just need to remember the controls. So that's to select. How do I deselect? Alright, just back on. So the reason why am I going the wrong way? Yeah. So I'm pretty sure the thing in the bottom right is the director. The reason why I stopped playing Blasphemous is because I realised I need to go down into the depths again, and I couldn't be any way further, and because I don't have teleport, which even then I still need to go back into the hub world, I have to go all the way back down, and I'm going to try and take my time and be patient, but like the area is too fucking challenging, frankly. I'm trying to do it in reverse. So I thought, fuck it, I'm done. I can't fight the boss because I can't do anything. Hello. So I can't do it. I can't fight the boss. I can't get my way back. So I'm kind of fucking stuck there. So I'm thinking, fuck it, I'm done. I'm not really doing 4 hours of fucking gameplay. Am I even going the right way? I must be, right? Is there a way to check? Yeah. Let's see. Find lady in the past. Okay, maybe I am going the wrong way. So yeah, this is like an RPG-like game. I'm pretty sure it's an RPG, but yeah, so playing this instead, because this game is actually more enjoyable, frankly. Like, I respect Blasphemous Warriors, but at the same time, it doesn't fucking teach you shit. Like, I found out the reason why I had to go down to the depths is because it turns out you can hit those bells, which gets rung constantly, the ones that you could kill enemies to stop ringing. You could ring them yourself by hitting it. But where was the fucking guidance on that? Fucking nowhere, that's where. So, I'm done with it. A thief.
Spy!
Oh.
Someone call the watch!
Do I have empathy for the guy? No. Absolutely not.
A desert lord!
Oh, you're dead. Who are you? Oh, you're probably lady. What your name is. Oh, that was a swift dealing.
What was that thing?
They call themselves the Desert Lords, a race of sorcerers from the demon world, Sasur. Already they have enslaved my own people in the Desert of Tears. Unless you and Arok can aid us, I fear they shall soon do the same here.
You know who I am?
I was one of those who called you here, my dear. I am the sorceress, Jade.
Okay, you're one of them.
So that's why you called us? To help you fight these things? They don't look like much.
Trust me, they are far more dangerous than they appear. Their magic is beyond anything I have ever seen.
And you think Arok and I can defeat them? I'm flattered. But I think you overestimate our strength. There are still only 2 of us.
It is not just your strength we need. Arok is the key to much larger things, but it would be better not to discuss such matters in a public street. Speak with Lady Mashala in the palace. She will tell you more. When the time comes for you to learn more of your enemies, come to see me in my tower. I will tell you what I can, and perhaps I can pass along a charm or 2 to aid you.
Much appreciated. Okay. Let's see what I mean. Didn't crash. It could be down to the emulator I'm using as well. I'm just using RetroAct. Oh. Okay, wow, not even fucking... Oh, I was wrong. There's loading screens. Small ones. What's going on here? Something the matter? No, I talk with you.
Oh,
Right, that
some
one.
sort of adventure or something. Is that right?
Something like that. Yeah.
There's something you might be able to help me with, if you've got the stomach for it. In my work, I need certain ingredients, yes. If you were to come by some in your travels.
Somewhat. I'm not collecting any corpse dust or coffin mold, if that's what you're getting at.
Corpse dust, corpse... No, I've got plenty of all that. What I need are eggs. Blackwing eggs.
Blackwing dragons, you mean? Aha! Ah, I could see why those might be a bit tricky to get. I suppose it's always possible.
Yes, good. If you do find any, bring them to me. I'll take every one you can find, 50 gold apiece.
Lovely, thank you. Store. Rin can use her current display. Yep. 4 mana, half mana. Okay. And then those are my weapons. How do I back out of this? Help. Okay, just
Bye-bye
press
now.
select. I was about to press circle until I noticed on the HUD it said sell. I was like, eee, that's the last thing I want to do. I don't know, I guess the loading screen was a bit of a just like, oh, you haven't been in this place. And that's the blacksmith, which maybe he's got something that I could buy.
Some ends we can survive. We splattered many brains, and from the dead we took the heads and kicked.
Hello.
Ah, welcome to the armory, little lady.
Okay,
What
you got some
fine
decent
implement of
things.
destruction can I get for you
It's
today?
1200. God damn. It's 1100. Mithril. 11 AP damage. I need 2 skill, okay. So all these I can use. So if that's 6 damage, what is my blade?
Half of me won't. That's a girl.
Sorry, pressing all the mistaken buttons. So that's 4 damage, okay. Yeah, I'll buy...
Well, my little blood-soaked princess. What'll it be, eh?
Can I sell you something?
You can keep that. You can keep that.
Oh, you don't want it?
Rip
Fine.
out a half of me, won't you?
I would have given you 250 gold or whatever for a blade, but if you wanted to buy it from me, but no. Alright then, let's just move onward. Unless I can break these. I can, but is there any gold in them? I'm too used to more modern games, I guess. And I take it that guy over here was just a general clerk. A general store. God, the camera is wild though. So, general store, does it say? Oh, it's okay, it's tavern. Come rest your weary soul by a warm fire, blah blah blah, yep. Then I'm pretty sure I could go up there. Alright then. So yeah, as much as I said at the beginning of making this channel that like I don't want to be one of those channels that just stop playing a game because whatever reason. That's the case with Blasphemous. I have never played a game which annoyed me so much to just do the most basic fucking things that I felt like I don't want to bother playing it anymore. Never. That was the first time as far as I know. What's this? Shadowmere. Why is there something down here? NPC to talk to. Lake sides to follow.
Sorry, no one's to be allowed through. General Derriman gave strict orders.
Okay. Totally. Stuck on a triangle. Oh, angle. So, yeah, sue me if you're upset about me not fucking playing Blasphemous anymore. It's a game I don't even want to fucking bother getting around to in my free time. To be fair, anytime I have free time, I'm not even playing games, really. The only times I am doing that in my free time is with friends. So, yeah. One of the things to try and do in my free time. Sorry, where are you trying to point me to? Let's be sure. Where the palace? That's me, yeah. So I do have to go up there. God damn it. Fuck me. I don't always trust that, just follow your intuition sometimes. And I'm doing this right now, playing this game because I've been wanting to get around to it. And at the same time, it is a big game, so it should be more one of those weekend ones. But since I'm going to be playing the Inokuni for the next, I assume, month at least. Maybe 2. I might as well make start on this for now. If I stop playing it, you'll know I'll go back to it, because other than the frustration of the emulator itself, there's no reason for me to want to stop playing it. Unless the game just drags on, which is a PS2 game, so I don't think it'll drag on that much. Other than, like, you know, these slow paths, like me walking from A to B. Just to make sure on the map. Yeah, okay, I am going the right way. Like I thought. But if I do stop playing this for a while because I find another game to play, I don't know, maybe Spyro? I mean, when did I play Spyro? September, wasn't it?
Welcome. Welcome. I am Zola Dane, Royal Seer and Advisor to Lady Mishala. It is an honor to meet you.
Thank you. That's very kind. I was told Lady Mishala was expecting me?
Of course. She waits you in the Grand Hall.
Alright, and it crashed, of course. Fuck me. Okay, so turns out that's another crash and save point, so I am stumped until then. Again, I don't understand why, because as you've noticed, like, I played this game back in September, and if I can get to that point in the game, I would have been able to if it would have always crashed and consistently crashed in the intro. So, I either gotta try and figure it out, or I just don't play this for the next, like, year until I can buy some parts, so that I could just play it on the PS2 itself. Don't know why that went down to credits. Couldn't be the mouse. So, yeah. I'll do Spyro then, for now. But that's the only other fucking game I can think of playing. That won't fucking annoy me. Or fucking... if not annoy me directly as a game, annoy me like how this game would with the troubleshooting, which could take quite a while. Because the weird thing is, right, so I watch videos on settings and all this kind of stuff to be able to emulate these games accurately and smoothly. But for some reason for me it doesn't work out. Like, I'm able to play them and they look believable enough, but I mean, I have my specs in the fucking description. I've got a 3060 Ti, a Ryzen 5 3600, 16 gigs of RAM. I mean, sure, the 3060 Ti has only got 8 gigs of VRAM. But we're talking about emulating PS2 here. How the fuck is there a problem? I mean, I was even emulating Hogs of War, which the entire playthrough's on the channel, and that seemed to be fine for the most part. It's just that there were some weird hitches and things like that. Like, is it just the fact that I'm trying to stick to my region of games? I mean, that's a fucking possibility. Because, like, this version, the PAL region of this, if you check site stat, allows you to see the number of downloads it has. Like, this game, for example, would have, like, 3,000. But then you check the American region, and it's, like, 4x the figure. So, if that is the case, that means I gotta download a... I can't remember what it's called. Like, it's been a while since I last fiddled around with emulators, and I'm still new to it, clearly. But I'd have to essentially reset all of my emulators to be, or the emulators I want to play games off, to be American. So, and then re-download all these ISOs of games to be American regions, just to be able to play them. Or again, I spend like, I don't know, $80, £100 on hardware to be able to record my PS2. And again, that's if my PS2 even works properly with this game disc, because I can't remember if there was any problems with this game disc that I own. Oh, I say I own, it's my mother's. But I'm sure it's in fine condition. She loved this game. She wouldn't fucking leave her out and get her fingerprints all over it. But if it doesn't, then the other alternative would be finding out a way to be able to play games from a USB onto the PS2, which I'm pretty sure means I have to go inside the fucking PS2, and I'm not doing that. Part of the reason why I'm emulating is because it's cheaper and easier to do so than buying expensive paths just to be able to record these games to begin with. It's like, for example, if I wanted to play Mario 1000 Year Door on the GameCube, I'd either buy a GameCube or use my Wii, because the Wii is backwards compatible for GameCube games. But then that means I have to buy the game. And you check, and it's at least £100. And then on top of that, because the Wii is all fucking SCAT video capture, that means I have to again buy pads to record for the SCAT, or buy adapters to transform it into HDMI to then record it on here. So again, same scenario. I might as well just emulate Mario 1000 Year Door, but it's a bit buggy with the whole 2D-ness of it. But other than that, it seems to work fine. But again, this seemed to work fine 5 of 6, like 8 months ago, and it wasn't a problem, but now it is. So I'm just kind of ranting at the moment because there's nothing else for me to do. Is this much of a fucking episode? Nope. It's the reality of you being a gaming channel. Unless you want to stick to one game for the rest of your life, or YouTube life, which you gotta love that game to fucking death, or you're just a boring fucking cunt. Frankly, I don't understand how people could just stick to one game and only one game. Like, for years as well. It's like, it's admirable, but at the same time, it's like, do you have any other interests other than this one game? It's like how for me, I'd never get into one franchise. The closest was like fucking Star Wars when I was a kid, because when I was a kid growing up, the prequels was coming out. Episode 3 came out in like, I don't know, 2004, 2005, the latest, I assume. So yeah, I was like 6 when the third one came out. Whatever it was called, Revenge of the Sith. That was the closest thing to me loving a franchise, but I grew out of it. And it went to shit. And that's a reason for me to go back to it. So, like, to me, like, our life is just always finding new interests, so things that relates to you, and absorbing it and assimilating it, anything that could be of value to you from it. Which is why, especially when it comes to movies or games, and you're just consuming it, where the fuck is the value coming from? Other than just entertainment. To me, there's always got to be a give and take. I give you my time and money. In return, I expect something that may be valuable for me. It's like in the future, I'm likely going to end up writing a book. Why? Because I feel like I've got an intriguing imagination. If I could get my writing skills down to a fine art, I'm sure I could make some really good books. So, like, stories-wise, like these games, movies, other books, like, I could gain value from it. And sometimes some games could be highly profound to me, like FromSoft games, which is why I will eventually do Bloodborne, Dark Souls 2, 3, and Elden Ring on the channel. I would do Demon Souls as well, but I'd have to play the original. I wouldn't want to play the remake. The remake is inferior. But I think that's all I could think of saying right now. Like, there's not much else for me to whine about, other than just what I've already whined about. So, yeah. My plan for now, like I said, just to remind you as well, just in case all that just made you forget, I'll do Spyro 2 for now, instead of Blasphemous. I was hoping to be able to do this, but clearly the powers that be doesn't want me to do so. And while I do Spyro, hopefully I could fix this and my emulators in general, because there is games on the PS2, like I said in one of my previous videos, there's games from the retro consoles that I want to play. I mean, hell, technically PS3 is considered fucking retro now, which is wild to me, but yeah. But I mean, whatever this would be then, ancient games. So, because there's I wonder if I could have a look at them. Yeah, I can. Dr. Muto, which I'm sure could work fine. I playtested it, as you can see, around about the same day. Worked okay. Dropship, I just wanted to download it because some memories of that. Same with Gran Turismo, although Gran Turismo, I think there's some problems with it. Visual ones, I think, more than anything. Definitely with Chamber of Secrets. And I don't know how to fix those. Same with Hulk. Hulk is just randomly textured, like the textures aren't loading properly. And I downloaded the US version to see if anything changes. Kingsfield 4, I can't remember if it does work. Clearly, I lasted 2 minutes in it. Maximo works fine, just again, visual textures on Maximo himself. Medal of Honor, that seems to be good. I think this seems to be good. Again, Bethesda game and Ubisoft. So, two of the biggest dickheads in the industry made Pirates of the Caribbean game. Is it in Spanish as well? Yeah. It clearly says Legends Jack Sparrow, but then it says La Legends de Jack Sparrow. Unless that's French. I don't fucking know. Prince Persia, I just downloaded this to make sure whether or not this was a more viable option to record than the PC version. Obviously, I played the PC version, that seemed to work fine. Otherwise, you would see my gameplay to be like fucking 10 hours rather than just 10 minutes. Robot Warlords, I remember my brother buying this one birthday for himself. Like, he went out shopping with parents and he bought this game. Bit of a regret of a game because it's a turn-based game, but it is slow. For children especially, it's like not entertaining. Seek and Destroy, I think it works fine. I may play that if it does work fine. I believe Shadow the Hedgehog also works fine. This, I think, has some latency issues. Unless that was the problem with Seek and Destroy is latency. Like, too much hitching that doesn't make for a pleasant viewing experience. I think same case with this. Sonic Heroes, I think it's gotta be fine. I spent 20 minutes playing it, so yeah, that's gotta be good. The Thing is okay, just some texture issues, and I mean major texture issues. Not only like your main character having problems, but the world itself has issues. Translators 2 I tried to get working, but I think there's some issues. And Zappa is fine. So yeah, those are the games there on the PS2, PS1, Fighting Force 2, that seems to work good. And I remember playing that as a kid, the demo. And then Kingsley's Adventure, I downloaded that because I remember playing the demo, and again, this one seems to work fine. Maybe I'll play this instead. PSP, I tried to play Darkstalkers Chronicle, Chaos Tower, but it didn't want to load the sprites. So it's literally unplayable. Everything else works fine, just the sprites doesn't want to fucking load. So you can't see yourself or the enemy. So, what the fuck? And then this Thousand Years Door, as I said, has texture issues. So yeah, these are the only four platforms I played. GameCube, just because it's literally only this game that I feel like I'd enjoy playing it, because I like my RPGs. I like my leveling and all that stuff. PSP, because I miss my PSP. PS1, because there's some games I would love to play on the PS1, but I can't get anymore. Like Fire Force 2, which I need to download the USA region. Surprised it works. But then again, like, this is why it's tricky, especially with RetroArch. But then I've downloaded a PS3 emulator to play MGS4, because my PS3 now doesn't want to read discs anymore. Because for some reason, whenever our friends get a hold of something for them to watch movies on, it ends up burning the laser within like fucking months or a few years, which I don't understand. But either way, tried to play MGS4, but it crashes as soon as I get into the gameplay, which is annoying. So it seems like I might have to wait until Volume 2 Mix comes out for the Metal Gear Master Collections for me to play MGS4, whenever that does come around. And hopefully it's a good port, but yeah. Tomorrow, Darksiders, day after Spyro 2. Thank you all for watching this pointless video. Leave a like and subscribe if you enjoyed this pointless video, and I'll see you in the next video. Keep the faith.